Hello, everyone. Welcome to another very special episode of SRB TV. I am Kristen.
Christopher here.
And on today's episode, hopefully, we'll get a break from these daily event streams.
Yes.
Take a breather because it's not going to confirm what when the first party Xbox One is. I'm hoping that's like in 2 weeks at least. But we're taking a look at part one, episode one, however you want to call it, for the Cyberpunk 2077 Night City Wire.
Yeah, they call it like episode 1 or something like that.
Yeah, this is part of it's like a episodic series they're doing because the game, of course, got delayed, got pushed again this time into November.
They did confirm that
Pretty much
on this first episode that we're just getting more of a new trailer and then, of course, new gameplay. And I think after that, I think it's going to be a lot for, like something that I said, I think it's going to be a lot of developers, like interviews or things that they've done to break down things, stuff like that.
Yeah. When we haven't we haven't heard much about the game in quite a while. From what I remember, the last thing we got was last year's E3.
Yeah, that was the last time we heard anything about it.
Oh, I mean, if you've been keeping up with their stuff, then you would probably know, and I don't. For what I do know of this event, though, they are showing a new trailer, showing off new gameplay, and even showing off one, I guess, a new ability or mode in the game. I don't know which one it is, but they'll be showing that in this. I believe they said it's about like a 25-minute presentation, so it's roughly the length of what we got with the Avengers War Table the other day.
Yeah, I think Avengers War Table was like, what, 30 minutes or so?
Yeah. I'm still looking forward to it. They already confirmed with the November push that obviously this game will be coming to PS5 and Xbox. Series X.
The whole.
I'm just calling it. If you're wondering, I just call it Series X. It's
at this point, it's
a mouthful. I'm just calling it Series X.
That's all you can call it.
But yeah. So a lot of like Cyberpunk is definitely going to be one of those titles where a lot of people are just going to jump to next gen. Because apparently there were sources saying it would have been out soon. The game would have been out probably a bit sooner, but it got delayed because they were trying to make the game like fully function on current gen systems.
Yeah.
Because
for me, honestly, I'm not planning to get it right away. I maybe this will be the first game I get for next gen, but it's not like I'm in a rush to get it, because I know it's gonna get really crazy when it first comes out.
Oh yeah, definitely, it's gonna get like nuts. We still don't know how, like, if other players can jump into your stuff. We know it's very expansive. We know there's a lot of content in it. It's pretty much one of their most ambitious projects yet. And this is technically, I believe, the delay is because of current gen systems.
Oh yeah, I think that's why it's been delayed so much.
No,
because they want to make sure.
Yeah, they confirmed that they couldn't. They had to delay it because of they had to make sure it was working on current gen because it's also coming. I believe it's also coming to PC as well.
Yeah, a lot has been put into this game. Everything. So even they stated like the missions. Pretty much, they've designed the missions to where they're expecting any type of player. They're expecting any type of player to do the craziest of crazies. So they're like, be prepared if you think you've done crazy. We're ahead of you, one step ahead of you. It's like I was reading an interview where they're like, that's how one step ahead of the gamers they are. They're like, if they're gonna do this, okay, we're gonna plan this just in case they decide to do that.
That's not the news I wanted to share, because the news I wanted to share is the last piece of news I do remember from Cyberpunk is that I believe the ESRB posted this up rating that you can customize your genitalia, which is a interesting feature. Whatever. It's not surprising, to be honest, considering what they've shown of this game so far. It's not really that surprising. So I'm curious to see where we go with this.
How far do we go with even Keanu Reeves' character too? So
Johnny Silverhand. A lot of people are pissed you can't have sex with him in the game. I don't get why.
I read the article too. They said that from the moment he made the announcement, it was like exactly a year before where they decided, let's talk to Keanu, and he was in on it. He was 100% in, like a whole year ago before they made that big announcement about Keanu. I was like, damn, that's a way to keep a secret.
That is one. Oh, it's Keanu. It's not one of those things he's gonna really talk about.
Oh, gosh.
Like, I would expect somebody like
that just leak out, you know, like the whole leakage for anybody.
Well, somebody on 4chan said it, but nobody believed them. Like nobody believed them. Like
you see him now going, "I told you."
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's all I really got. I mean, my
There's nothing much
expectations for
really
his
to say because it's,
my expectation for his game are pretty high. I mean,
it's just like the Avengers. What it is like, again, we haven't seen much, but now it's like, okay, what are we gonna expect from the game this time around? Because last time we just got a little bit of a long walkthrough of like, okay, this is what's gonna be like, but mission-wise, walkthrough-wise, I think that's what everybody wants, of what's going to be like on a daily basis when you're playing the game. I think that's what a lot of people want, and I think that's where they're going to give us here. They're going to give us a new trailer, but also they can give us a full-on gameplay, what's going to be like on a regular basis, on a regular mission, from mission to mission maybe. Who knows, and how the multiplayer may integrate or be involved in this. Because I think that's what they're trying to do here, or what the Avengers did, is just trying to, okay, we need to now start selling people on our game and get them to start pre-ordering or this or that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's all I got. Expectations are high. Not like Avengers. Avengers was like, there was expectations, and you know, they were kind of met. The expectations for this game are definitely very high, all things considering what they've shown, and considering the development studio has hit out a park with a lot of their stuff as it is. So yeah, so here we go. Hope you guys enjoy this. Here are our reactions to the Cyberpunk 2077 Night City Wire episode/part 1. So enjoy. Here we go. 5, 4, 3. It's already started for you. 2, 1. Angel, no, sweetie. No.
Well, mine buffered just before, so I think we're at the same level right now.
Every day taking the break.
Here we go.
City of dreams, city of
Night City Wire.
Hello and welcome to this, the very first episode of Night City Wire.
Okay, we're just going to episode 1 then.
At CD Projekt Red, where we'll be talking about all things Cyberpunk 2077. For today's episode, we'll be starting with a brand new trailer. One of our developers will be joining us to help unpack everything you're going to see. We'll have some news, an announcement about a secret collaboration. We'll be taking a look at some Braindance gameplay.
Swear
and welcoming back our developers just to have a chat about everything you're going to see. But there is one more thing. Media all over the world have been getting hands-on with Cyberpunk 2077, and when this episode finishes, you'll be able to go and check out exactly what they thought. So, let's get started. It is time to take a look at our brand new trailer, and after that, our lead quest designer, Pavel Sasko, will be joining us, because I've got a feeling you're going to have a few questions after watching this. So, let's take a look.
We have a lot of questions.
Damn it, Dad.
Oops, there you go.
I love this town. City of endless opportunity. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on.
city like any other, just bigger.
Oh, did he pop his nose?
Like just any other city. Legends are born here.
The major leagues. We're only here because Dex is pulling the strings. Doubt that puts us in the same league as them.
But we are. They just don't know it yet. But if you got the cojones and you know how to use them, you can do damn near anything.
Unless
I would love to see how far I can get without any cyber
bang, right?
You know, you can make heaps more eddies as a motivational speaker.
Oh, damn.
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure.
So what's the gate, Dex? You meant to come out in one piece?
Like outside city limits.
How about we go over the plan?
There's this prototype tech, biochip to be precise.
Oh, there it is. That's where.
Guessing it belongs to a corp.
Know that much about the story. It rolls around Keanu Reeves' character.
Blackmail me, fucker!
High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife.
Ka-ching, baby.
Goes without saying, we do this on the hush. Ideally, no bodies, not a one.
Sounds simple enough.
Need lead, assholes!
Is it gonna be dangerous?
Don't you worry, mi amor. We're bulletproof. Your ass moving now!
What the fuck just happened in there?
Can't stop digging Night City.
Fucking major leagues. Happy now, Jackie?
Yep, I fucking hide! Time to bail!
Oh my god, we're so fucked.
I mean, not that fucked.
Maybe slightly.
Dex, what the fuck?
Game is can be.
And you.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
There he is.
Fuck.
He's like your conscious in the game.
That's it. Oh, that's all we got from Keanu.
So the trailer contains footage from the game's prologue only, but there was an
that's only the prologue of the game.
Pavel, why don't you try and help us unpack everything that we just saw?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely, I can try. So, what you have just seen is only the prologue of the game. So that awesome stuff is only happening in the first few quests. What the trailer shows you is really our stage, the Night City. You know, this gigantic city built of 6 completely unique districts, surrounded by the 7th one that we call the Badlands. As a player,
Badlands.
you are meeting
That's what they call it.
Jack is your friend. Now, they together are trying to reach out for something that is very precious. They are trying to reach out for this chip of immortality, this gateway to eternal life. Jackie introduces you to Fixer Dexter Deshawn. He's a very important person in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. He is able to provide the player with various jobs and contracts to be able to gather money, to be able to modify their bodies, push themselves to the limits, to put their hands on the chip. But as you can expect, not everything goes as planned, and but to see it, you will have to play the game.
There are an awful lot of really cool things in this trailer, and there's a few that I would just love to talk about a little bit more for the people at home. So let's start with talking about a gang called the Mox. Now, we see a few flashes of them in this trailer. I personally think they're really cool and one of my favorites, but can you give us a little bit more information about them?
Oh yes, so the Mox is one of the gangs that player is going to interact with throughout the game. The Mox is the gang that has...
we see if John Moxley shows up.
After death of...
Wait, that may be the secret crossover, secret collaboration talking about AEW.
Of a brother and former sex worker, and she was protecting working guys and girls from harassment, from abuse, and the gang is really continuing.
Did you look at that bum right?
As a player,
is that stock option? Is that
gang,
stock?
Yeah, that's stock.
Stock market.
What the hell?
And craft your own relationship with them. And
how does that involve your...
well, GTA 5 had that. You can make buku bucks if you actually knew how to use that
system. Now, we saw a few shots of this in the trailer, but I'd love for you to give us a bit more detail about the district outside of the city walls.
Okay, so the Badlands is this like dead, dried out space going around
that's
the
called a desert.
City.
That's called a desert.
You'll be able to traverse that space
Mad Max.
car or motorcycle. This is a space that is inhabited by...
they showed a glimpse of this area in the first trailer. Oh, sorry, in the
that space in convoys
Xbox
made
event
of
trailer.
cars and motorcycles. And as a player, you will be able to traverse and access different type of open world content that has been prepared specifically for you to get that awesome feel of the Badlands as an arena.
This game still has my biggest fear of most open games like this, is that I'm going to miss something.
Now, he didn't look like he was from the Maelstrom gang. This looked like something else. So please tell the people at home, who is this giant metal monster?
Okay, so that big dude, that was Adam Smasher. He has been introduced in pen and paper in Cyberpunk 2020 by our senpai.
Keep on forgetting, this is actually based
Adam
all around a tabletop game with the same name.
Cyborg. He is who was
so they're actually introducing him in the game for like real
has changed, and in
a new different media form.
Find his own space in Night City, but to find out, you'll have to play the game.
Oh, I just got it.
In this trailer, we do see some flashes of a Ripper Doc called Victor Vector. I think if people have watched our previous gameplays, they might remember him. But I'd really like for you to give the people at home some more information about what Ripper Docs are and how they'll be interacting with them when they play Cyberpunk.
So, Ripper Docs in our game, they are surgeons. They are like a specific type of a job in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. They are accustomed and specialized in replacing limbs to the metal ones. They can basically update your body, enhance your body, change you into this walking
being
warrior.
More specific on what
and as a player, you are going to meet different kind of Ripper Docs in the game, craft your own relationship with them. Some of them are like important characters for a story. Through that, you will invest.
Okay, here's the thing. If I had to hit the sign of my head to get the stag out of my eye,
that allows you to survive the streets of Night City.
Pavel,
thank you so much for joining us. I know you'll be back later.
Yeah, we already pretty much know what Ripper was.
To analyze the Braindance
pretty much the guy who gives you upgrades you.
We have some news to share. Earlier in the year, we announced that if you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on Xbox One, you'll be able to play it on Xbox Series X when
whatever they're calling
launches.
it.
And just in case you missed it, it will be the same for PlayStation players as well.
Yeah.
If you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on PlayStation 4, you'll also
I think I'm going to go with just straight game on PS5.
A lot of people said I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush.
Like I know a lot of people said like
PlayStation 5.
they would just rather get on next gen because this looks like the kind of game that will run better on next gen.
Before we reveal our first look at the Braindance gameplay and welcome back our developers for a chat, there is just one more thing we want to announce.
Apologies, my brain is fried from 3-4 days straight of this stuff.
We are very excited to announce our partnership with Studio Trigger and Netflix to bring you Cyberpunk Edgerunners, a standalone anime set in the Cyberpunk universe we've been working on for some time now. Edgerunners is due to launch in 2022.
I heard
but for some more information, let's go to the team in Tokyo.
Edgerunners.
Really the trailer for it?
Hi, my name is Saya Elder. I am the Japan-based producer for Cyberpunk Edgerunners. What I do basically on this project is that I am a fixer, to put it in the words of the Cyberpunk universe. We are a game company.
Okay, so while you don't know any of the stuff they worked on, all I can say is they are a legit Japanese animation studio.
To make anime.
You don't. Trust me, you wouldn't know any of the stuff. Their stuff. Hell, I barely would, but they're legit. They are legit.
Cyberpunk Edgerunners is a standalone story set in the same universe. The stage is still Night City, but everything else is totally new. New characters, new story. I do like to think that it's going to be a great gateway for newcomers to come and check Cyberpunk game and also the Cyberpunk genre as a whole.
I'm assuming that probably comes out like
right now we're in Nakano, which is one of the biggest anime meccas of the world. I'm going to take you to Studio Trigger right now because we have the wonderful opportunity to talk to the dream team that will be bringing you this anime.
Because this was filmed like in January probably.
監督の今石です。キャラクターデザインを担当する吉成です。ゲームのサイバーパンクのファンの方、初めて触れる方両方に満足していただけるようにアニメを作るつもりです。よろしくお願いします。
今回はそのサイバーパンクという僕らが10代の一ファンにしか過ぎなかった頃に生まれてたので、そういうジャンルを時代が何時作れるというのが
Yeah, this is like in their wheelhouse. It's like when you learn to go learn anime, it's like probably one of the first genres you learn is like Cyberpunk.
これは10周年にふさわしい作品にしていきたいと思います。お楽しみに。
Cool. 2022. Okay. Never mind.
They're just now starting to work on it. That's all that means.
2022. That's the only thing I've run down so far.
This is a feature that you'll experience when you play Cyberpunk 2077. Braindance is essentially a recording of somebody else's experience. It allows you to relive their sense of sight, smell, touch, and even hearing, all thanks to a special device. After the gameplay, I will be welcoming back Pavel Sasko. I will also be joined by Patrick Mills,
probably
our
explain a
senior
bit more.
quest
That's
designer,
weird. You
and
can live somebody else's. You can look at somebody else's life
and give you some explanation on how you'll be interacting with Braindance when you play Cyberpunk 2077. So, let's take a look.
Okay. Plan's simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
Got it.
And remember, everything on full blast. They'll spot us extra for a wicked adrenaline high.
So you're watching this person's life through your own eyes.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I assume this is going to help you find additional side quests, find like bonus like content items.
This into flooring, money now, or I will fucking drop you. I swear to God. Well, yeah, hey, now before I blow your fucking head off.
Okay.
Ah!
Slow, deep breaths. Your cortisol and adrenaline spiked, but the soft activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened. You're alive and well.
That was too much.
could feel the guy's pain, his stress, his hope wrapped up in something else.
Probably took a booster just before. You'll be fine. Got everything set up? Let's switch over to editing mode.
Editing mode.
I'll sever the link to the BD Roller's sensory array. You'll be able to look around freely. Whole scene's yours. Full cam control in analysis mode, so move around, zoom in and out, whatever else you come up with. Think of it as your own little sandbox. So analysis mode, you control playback. Can even pause when you feel the need. Then you use the editor console to unpause. Try it.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
Got it.
Dream as hell, right? Well, that's not all. You can speed things up or rewind, whatever you like. Give it a try. Rewind. Roll it back to the top.
Can I?
All good. Neat. Now try fast forwarding a bit.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't be creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out.
Okay. You can also reset the recording. That'll take you right back to the beginning. Try it.
It feels like a detective mode where you're trying to find something.
This here's why you came in the first place. In analysis mode, you get to view and even scan details of the enviro recorded by the BD Roller. Focus on the heat, the gun this gonk gets from his buddy at the beginning. Now scan it.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks. And remember,
okay, right here.
It's like you're using a camera to like investigate, but literally this camera is the guy's brain.
Heads up. In analysis mode, you can ferret out background noise and conversations if the roller got close enough.
Wow.
This tech records
it's like a video edit. It's like weird.
Sounds the roller was never aware of. To see the sources of the recorded sensory signals, switch to the audio layer in the editor. Go ahead and try that now. Okay, good. Now you should see several sound signatures in the store. Choose one and hone in on it.
Pack of 6, case of Broseph, and
Just trying to figure out what the point of this is. Because
Well,
it
it's
feels
like I
a
said,
detective
you
mode.
could probably find. It's probably going to be used to find additional side quests, get additional like
intel or something,
intel, money, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's how BD recording implants work. They pick up everything, all the elements in the background. Then an editor tweaks them, makes them pop. Keep playing with the sound, explore it a bit. We'll move on when you get bored.
Wanna see you kissing the flooring? Money!
Sometimes you can analyze extra layers in the raw, stuff the roller's cyberware picked up.
Like what?
Ev's got Kuroshi optics that grab infrared, meaning you should be able to grab heat signatures from the recorder.
Hella nice.
Scanning works on peeps, too. Walk up to the wounded chick. Try scanning her. Alright, next thing. Scroll forward to the point where the artist gets a letter connection.
Detail. You can even hack her.
Fucking drop you!
Fuck.
Well, now! Fucking head off!
Whoa.
See that? They shot him and he never saw it coming. But you will. Here it comes. My favorite part of the game. See the blinking thing over the entrance? Surveillance cam. Must have caught our shooter. You'll see in a sec. Cam feeds to the screen behind the clerk. Roll back to where the screen's in the kid's field of vision. Then scan it.
That's what this is. As I said, it's like a detective mode where you get more intel information on who the shooter was or this or that.
The shooter was his own guy. Huh.
His own Chumba shot him. Probably planned to all along. Must have got a nice slice of cred on the black market for a BD like this. BD freaks are ready to pay a preem for a real flatline. Anyway, if you've seen enough, you can exit.
That is interesting.
It is.
Like a full-on like
right?
detective mode.
Too bad most of the BDs we do here are only good for flogging the log.
So Braindance is a pretty big part of the Cyberpunk universe.
Yeah, no shit, pretty big. That's fucking detailed as hell.
There's an awful lot to it. And there's two sides I'd really like you guys to help me explore. First is the lore, so how this actually fits into the universe, and then there's the gameplay side, so how players will be interacting with it. So Patrick, could you tell us more about the lore of Braindance?
I would love to. So in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, Braindance was invented way back in the early 2000s at UC Santa Cruz. It was developed as a way of recording a person's experiences and then playing them back for someone else so that they could relive them as though it was happening to them. It was originally used for things like therapy and prisoner rehabilitation, but by 2077 it's become this global media industry.
I was supposed to say, I'm like,
things like movies, mass entertainment, things like that, video games, some interactive things, and of course
so it went for something basic to everybody and their mother using it.
Now in our game we do a lot with black brain dances, or XBDs as we call them, and there are different types of those, but the one that you saw in the trailer just there was a flatliner. Now that's where the person recording it actually dies during the recording. And it's popular with sort of an illicit kind of a thrill, but a mercenary can also use them for various things, and you'll see that in the game, of course.
And from the gameplay perspective, we have been working a lot throughout last years trying to figure out the best way how to use the Braindance.
It's like the guy in the right talking just like, okay, here's the gun, here's how it works. Other guy, so that's how it works here.
It's so exciting. Oh my god.
Dude, take it down like 2 octaves.
Yeah, 2 notches. Take it down a couple notches.
Of given actor. Now, as a player, you can slide the timeline of the recording back and forth, trying to uncover different clues.
Yeah, you're supposed to make it exciting, but still it's like coming down.
So, as a player,
don't get me wrong, I love his enthusiasm for his game. But like,
yeah, me too.
And you will uncover them actually using that Braindance as a mechanics in the game.
So, as Pavel was saying, we use Braindance as a storytelling tool. It's not a collectible. It's not something where you're going to go in and you're going to play it and you're going to be like, I've seen this before. What we use Braindance for is to give you a keyhole into the life of the residents of Night City. And we can explore things like childhood trauma, religion, various philosophical ideas in a way that you might not otherwise experience in a story about a mercenary on the tough streets.
So we've tried to talk about some of the aspects that we think the community will find really exciting, but you know, while you're both here, I'd love to know, what is it about Cyberpunk that you guys are really excited for? Patrick, why don't you start?
So one of the things that I'm most excited about in this game is
being able to change my
the way they interact with the world.
Exactly.
Really interesting world.
The way I'm able to change my genitalia.
20 source material and all of these events and all of those things, but those don't mean anything.
It's funny too. It's based on the content.
And so when we come up with a character, we start with their function. What is this person? What do they do in the story? But we don't stop there. We go back and we figure out, what was their childhood like? What was their upbringing like? What kind of obstacles did they face in this harsh reality? And did they overcome them?
As people as they can to the original tabletop source material. Also remembering,
you can see all of those things in their environment, in their dialogues, in sort of how they operate in the world. And we come up with that for all of our characters. Now you look at someone like Victor Vector, and you're going to see stories about his past in his environment and in his dialogue. You know, we come up with that stuff even if we don't use it in the game, because it helps inform us as to who these characters are.
And for me, I would not be myself if I would not say that I'm the most excited about our
quest. You're excited.
Like with our Witcher 3 team, with Patrick and like everybody that has stayed with us since the Witcher 3 time, we really have grown so much. We have learned so much, and we have used all that experience to put them into the quest that we have made. And you will not find really a filler in this game. Like everything has a meaning. Like we put so much effort into making sure that everything is rewarding, is interesting, is talking about characters, as Patrick said, is talking about worlds, is talking about emotions, like touching the player in a really, like a real way. And I just can't wait to find out what you think.
Pavel, I know you mentioned story and quests and writing quests, and when I was last in the studio, I had a look and I saw a notebook on your desk, and I would love for you to show everybody this notebook.
Okay. Oh, it just so happens they have notebook now.
So this is my notebook. It says Salsa Quest Designer. The reason is because I've done salsa, and I'm a quest designer, so you know. So I started this notebook actually when we were really starting Cyberpunk at the very beginning.
Oh, wow.
I wrote like a first note, and it says pretty much something along the lines of that we were starting with a prototype. And then you know I kept on basically noting things that we've been working on for like next years. I remember once when our concept artists actually approached me, and they said that they want to take a look on my notebook. I was like, what for actually? And they took some pictures and they told me, yeah, well, you know, because we are looking for a reference material for notes of a psychopathic killer.
That's fucked up.
Maybe some of my notes in the game.
It does look like that type of
Pavel and Patrick, thank you so much for joining me. I'm pretty lucky because I have read some of the stories that you and the team have written for Braindance, and I'm pretty excited for people to discover them. But before we do finish today's episode, there is just one more thing we'd like to talk about.
What?
Earlier in this episode, I mentioned that media have been getting hands-on with the opening of Cyberpunk 2077, and they should be posting their impressions right about now. And if you missed anything,
final like actual preview, kind of like
so they actually got to play the prologue
and finally,
for
on behalf of everybody at CD Projekt Red, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us for this very first episode of Night City Wire. But don't worry, we'll be back with episode 2 in just a few weeks. So we shall see you soon.
Cool. Plays great also on plays better on Xbox Series X and Dark Future. See you again next time. Cool. So that was Night City, the Cyberpunk 2077's Night City Wire Episode 1. Got that all the way. And yeah, cool. We got some nice content. You know, so stuff to look forward to. Like this is episode 1, so they're not going to show anything and everything here. Pretty much, for all the stuff they were showing was a lot of just prologue.
Yeah, it was.
Prologue. So I guess we got the initial trailer, which showed the prologue stuff. Eventually showing you the job you go on to, that eventually introduces you to Johnny Silverhand, or as he would like to say, fuck.
Yeah.
After that, you know, just talk more about the game, what you're experiencing. Got some little tidbits here and there, like I saw the stock market thing was pretty. I was like, oh yeah, stock market.
It's like stock market. Okay.
The two biggest things to take away from this episode specifically were the anime that they're working on, coming out in 2022, called Cyberpunk
Edgerunners.
Being done by the studio in Japan called Studio Trigger. They've done a lot of well-known anime, so like. That's really cool. And they're also celebrating their 10th anniversary. That was nice. Apparently, it is going... I didn't catch part. They said, is it going to be set in Japan?
I don't know. I missed that part. I don't think they said it would. I just think they just said pretty much there's going to be new characters will be following in the city.
Yeah. And then the other thing they brought up was this mode called Braindance, which is basically... this kind of separate detective mode feature where you use it to scan, analyze certain people's lives. And like I said, it looks like more than likely it's going to be a feature that's going to be used heavily that'll, you know, help you get bonus content, side quest stuff, money, treasure, you know, guns, equipment, stuff like that. And it's a really cool feature. I'm honestly surprised how detailed it was. You can like rewind, fast forward features. You can focus more on sounds from certain aspects. You can analyze or quick hack other people in the setting, not even the guy you're focusing on from the footage. Very detailed mode. Definitely gonna add a lot more content that I'm gonna be afraid I'm gonna miss in the future. But and then they ended by confirming that like preview footage impressions for a lot of the media is coming out by the end of this event. So like if you want to check out more of other
people have to say about it or anything like that.
But yeah, based on what you saw, I know you've already been you've already been in for this game for a while now, but like based on what you saw, what are your impressions?
Like I said, I'm still interested. Now? I'm still in for this game. I'm not gonna get a day of. I'll probably, like you said, pretty much I'll probably get it for next gen because it really feels like it's meant to be played on for next gen. It's built for next consoles, gen.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's when I'll probably get the game, but I want to get it day of. But it's still going to be piquing my interest to watch other people play to see their experiences. But from what I got, go ahead.
No, go on.
No, but from what I got from this today, it's just like it's really showing more of like what you can do, more of like it's like you won't be just traveling within the city all the time. That's like you even have like the Battlelands, like you'd be traveling outside the city, you know, at certain points, which is pretty cool and interesting, you know. But yeah, it's and then in the new, like I said, that new mode they showed, like I said, who knows, you know, whether it is something where you could, it's like they use it as a detective mode or even not, you know, maybe it's just more of you're trying to learn, you're trying to find more just information about somebody or something like that, or more about this person that you're close with, who knows.
So, yeah, November 19th, it says when it comes out. A lot of people are speculating that's when the next gen system is coming out anyways, around that time. So I don't think a lot of people are going to have to wait long to pick up a PS5 or Series X version of this.
Yeah.
Because it says holiday, most likely holidays usually around November, December time. So, like,
I'm going to give it time,
I don't think people are going to wait long for this. But yeah, based on what we saw with Episode 1, like what we saw so far, we'll see. They said Episode 2 will be in a few weeks, which is nice. We'll see if we'll check it out. I mean, we got a little bit here. I figured they're probably going to show more footage later, more features and modes and stuff. I don't mind diving in, but we'll have to see what they promise to show for the next episode. But yeah, we've already said before, we're definitely all in with this game, but definitely going to be more waiting for like the PS5.
Yeah, next gen consoles.
Let's be honest, you and me are both getting a PS5 first.
Yeah.
So, other than that, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share this around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about video games and what the future holds in the world of Cyberpunk, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys thought of pretty much this first episode. Are you still excited for it? Are you still hyped for it? You know, anything we may have missed out on that we didn't really notice or spot or even see what we saw? Put down like favorite moments in this first episode. What are you excited for this game? I mean, is it just Keanu overall? You just want to see Keanu Reeves in the game? That's all you want to see?
Fuck a lie. Fuck.
But let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall. And then, but most importantly, thank you for watching.
And of course, on the next special episode of SRB TV, we'll have to see. Still no word on the Nintendo's Big Direct. We do have right around the corner. We still have the first-party Xbox stream for Series X coming up, and we'll see where we go if we'll do episode 2 of the Night City Wire. Probably more likely than probably part 2 of the Avengers War Table, to be honest.
Yeah,
probably more likely with that, but. Yeah, we'll have to see. There's still a lot of stuff coming up.
This is when they didn't really give too much information compared to how much information we got from Adventures.
It makes sense because, like I said, it's episodic. So, like, but it did give us enough to where I'm still invested.
Yeah, same here.
But as for our regular stuff, folks, of course, we have Harley Quinn. By the time this comes out, we'll be getting a reaction to episode 3 will be out. Season 1, episode 3 will be out, and we're also. We're also right around the corner for everybody's most anticipated reaction from us, which is Season 3 of Dark. But until next time, folks, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very Night City Wire-filled episode of SRB TV.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
If you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter
and Stardust
at Super React Bros.